The hegemony had conquered 17 systems using the same elegant strategy: overwhelming force, surgical strikes, and civilized rules of engagement. War, to them, was an art form, conducted in designated battle zones, with scheduled ceasefires for casualty collection and formal surrenders over diplomatic dinners. When they declared war on the foreign human colonies in Sector 9, they expected another textbook victory. Admiral Vextor sent the standard war declaration at 0800 hours. Hostilities will commence in 7 days. Battle zones have been marked. Civilian areas will not be targeted. May the superior force prevail. The human response was confused. You're giving us a week's notice? With a map of where you'll attack. Of course. We are not barbarians. 7 days later, Vextor's fleet arrived at the designated battle zone. It was empty. Where are the human defenders? He demanded. Unknown, sir. But we're detecting strange readings from everywhere else. The humans hadn't shown up to the battlefield. Instead, they were everywhere they shouldn't be. Cargo ships had been retrofitted with weapons. Asteroid miners had turned their equipment into improvised mass drivers, and civilian stations broadcast military codes. This is irregular, Vextor announced over open channels. War has rules. You must engage at the designated coordinates. A human voice crackled back. You invaded our homes. You think we're going to fight you where it's convenient for you? The hegemony's first supply convoy was hit 3 hours later, not by warships, but by modified racing vessels moving too fast to target. The second convoy found their navigation systems corrupted by a virus uploaded by what appeared to be a children's educational satellite. They're using civilian technology as weapons. Vextor's tactical officer sounded scandalized. Sir, his intelligence officer interrupted. We're receiving a transmission. The screen showed a human in what looked like farming overalls. Admiral, I'm Mayor Johnston of Colony 7. Just want to let you know, that fancy warship you parked near our moon? My nephew's mining crew just attached about 12 tons of explosive charges to your hull while you were looking for our military. You might want to evacuate. Vextor's flagship lurched as explosions rippled across its ventral hull. Impossible. Mining crews aren't soldiers. No, Mayor Johnston agreed. But they know how to blow things up real good. Been doing it to asteroids for decades. Within days, the hegemony's organized military was in chaos. Humans didn't maintain battle lines. They disappeared into space, struck randomly, and used everything as a weapon. Restaurant ships launched food containers filled with reactor coolant. Communication satellites became guided missiles. Even waste disposal units were weaponized. This isn't war. Vextor protested during an emergency council. This is chaos. His cultural advisor pulled up historical data on humanity. Sir, I've been researching. Humans have a concept called total war. When threatened, their entire society becomes the military. That's insane. Their history, sir. They once had wars where farmers became snipers, children were spies, and factories that made toys switched to making bombs overnight. They don't see war as a separate activity. They see it as survival. 3 weeks in, the hegemony controlled all the designated battle zones. They also controlled nothing else. Every supply run was ambushed. Every patrol was harassed. Every occupied station had mysterious technical failures. The humans had turned space itself into a hostile environment. The breaking point came when Vextor's own flagship's food replicators started producing nothing but something called lutefisk. Ow! The human janitor, sir. The one we kept on because he wasn't military? Retreat, Vextor ordered, his will broken. Full retreat. As the hegemony fled, broadcasts from human colonies reached them. Next time, maybe don't announce when and where you're going to attack. Thanks for the week to prepare. We turned Grandma's knitting circle into an intelligence network. Your military hardware was impressive. Our teenagers thought it was a fun hacking challenge. The hegemony never attacked another human colony. They'd learned a terrible truth. Humans didn't just have a military. When threatened, humans became a military. Every farmer, teacher, miner, and grandmother turned into a potential combatant.